Hey Bea, hi. I guess... I think that sound was from the game, right? For a moment I thought I had something else in the background making sounds. Hey Mats-chan, hi. Yeah, I think everything is alright. Everything is alright, except I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I tried to research this game a little bit, and the more I read, the more confused I got. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do. As far as I understand it, I have to start a new game because we reached an ending last time. So if I try to continue here, we're just, you know, at the end of the previous game. So I guess we start a new one. And the idea would be that we try
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
It is, Bancho. It's because of the game. The game is marked mature, so if I choose to say that I'm streaming this game, the stream is automatically marked as mature as well. It is what it is, sue me, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. We can try to do something that will unlock a different vessel. Calling your lawyer, oh god. Oh god. Slay her. Oh god, Bear wants violence. Bear woke up and chose violence. Oh lord. I looked a little bit at some of the vessels, and a lot of them contain the violent approach. I was really off-put by it, but I guess it is something that we have not done before, so...
You're here.
Okay. What do we say here? Also, there's something in the way of constantly questioning the narrator and refusing to do it. That could also be something, but yeah. I am the mature audience. I want blood. Okay, let's give you blood then. Just gonna preface it with the fact that I don't really condone it and I feel uncomfortable, but I suppose it's something we could do to see what happens. So I guess we can be just really weird and say, sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, narrator. Oh my god.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find a warning. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she said.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'm going through these fast because we've seen them before. Sorry, Bancho.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty. The blade is your implement.
Yes. The blade is the implement. I just want to show off things that we haven't seen before, okay? We're done with going with like what I kind of feel. If we kept doing that, we'll just be repeating the same content over and over. So then what's the purpose, right? So fine, we'll take the blade. We enter the basement. Oh my
The
god.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen
Yeah, we've read
voice
this.
carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I think I continue down the stairs, I suppose.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I guess... Yeah, I don't know. No time for chit-chat.
Step
I don't know.
Your grip on the blade tightening
God.
as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess. There you go.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Oh my god. I feel so terrible.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Oh no.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
I don't know if you can hear this. I hope not. I hope not. I hope the mic is good at like not picking it up. But my neighbor upstairs is... they have a very violent washing machine. It makes my entire ceiling rumble when they use it, and now it's spinning. And I can hear it above me somewhere. I hope you don't hear it, but if you do, just know that's what it is. I can't help it. Sorry.
But is it over?
Is it though?
Really
Yeah,
over?
that's a good question. Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy. Profession upstairs. No. Do not get me started. I think they were away for a little while because I've had a very calm and chill past week or so. Now they're back with all of their sounds. Every day, all day. Yeah. Slay the neighbor now. We learned last time, this is one thing that we learned last time, that our words have power in this universe. So if we say that we're not sure, or of course she's not dead, that can kind of like shape reality, right? So I guess if we want to go with the whole we're violent and we want to kill her, it would be more in line to say that of course she's dead. But if you want me to say something else, let me know, Bea. Like, that's what I feel right now, but I'm not sure. Died a death. She's
Yes, exactly. It's over.
dead.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Okay.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Is it saved from certain doom, though?
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
What happened?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
So basically, the world that I don't know anything about, because all I know is the wood, the cabin, the basement, the princess, and this freaking mirror. The world that supposedly I saved is somewhere far beyond my reach. Supposedly they're happy, and I'm just stuck here. Great. That's bullshit. Let me out of here. Okay, I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. I want to say this.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past.
Oh.
No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
That sounds like a punishment.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Okay, Mr.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Yeah, the power of words. If we say so, then that's how it is. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Of course we are. I like it here. Huh. I feel the inkling to be a little bit rebellious.
I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Oh, is this going where I think where I think it's going?
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
This reminds me of a piece of literature that I had to study in high school, and it was about this guy. It's all metaphorical and stuff, so like don't take it too literally, but supposedly he was eaten by a fish, so he finds himself in the fish's stomach and then manages to cut his way through out of the fish, and then realizes that the fish had been eaten by a bigger fish. So he's then in the stomach of yet another bigger fish. And the philosophy of it is that no matter how much he cuts the fish and gets out of it, there will be like a bigger one waiting for him. Like no matter how much you escape your current cage, there's a bigger cage out there that still traps you. And then his resolution is to escape within by not trying to expand further, but by ending his own life. And then you can philosophize around what that means. This really brings me back to that. Oh god.
Don't you dare.
Kind of like this being like one final act where he can be free, because no matter what, the world is going to cage him in. Something along the lines of that. Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Anything to get out of this hell. You're right, I didn't like the idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least, for a little while longer. Oh god. Let's do this
How
one.
astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you. and you shouldn't do it.
People die when they are killed. That's kind of like the vibe.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Yes, Mancho. You'd better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. I'm not risking death over your weird hunch. Anything to get out of this hell. You're right, I didn't like the idea. I'm just going to stick around. Okay, yeah, so these are like the same ones. I don't like
What
these.
a relief.
Oh, fuck. I meant to pick another one, but okay, whatever.
I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Does it?
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voice's pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist.
Oh, that's so terrible.
Happy. Forever.
We got the good ending, I suppose. I read about it. We saved everyone! Yay! Alright. So this doesn't really lead us anywhere, it's just... yeah. I love the applause track. What the fuck? Yeah, okay. Credits. Congratulations! Oh god. Eternal bliss. Yeah, you did it. Wait, H? Ah, okay, two. Ah, to take a screenshot of like where we are. Okay. Yeah, that was not it. Alright, what can we do?
You're
Let's
on a
try
path
to...
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Let's try to do something that gives us a vessel, right? And since Bea wants violence, I'll try to take one with the violence in it. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, okay, let's do this. I think we don't have this one. Alright, let's...
Don't mention
right,
it.
let's
You make
go.
your way up. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Proceed into the cabin. Hey, Deviliner. Hi. I'm good. How are
The
you?
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade.
Yeah, we read this, do this. We need to take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world.
I like that
without
one.
it.
Let's do it again. Actually, we could do it again. As far as I read, if you do it twice, there's a separate achievement that you get for that because, I guess, I don't know. You're really like insisting on it, I suppose. Right. We take the blade, we enter the basement. And now we take the
Door
one
to
of the
the
chatty
basement creaks
options.
up. Her voice carries up the
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
And we say, hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Her laughter. Some downtime from work, so I'm enjoying this. Oh, how nice. How nice. Thank you for choosing my stream to spend the time, but I hope you enjoy overall your downtime from work.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
We say, yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine.
The princess is
we
very
can decide
cool.
what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Okay, we tighten our grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason,
so sorry.
right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End.
We say, I'm not dropping the blade. Yeah. I'm following what the guard says. And then we slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
No, we finished the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
Taking her serious means believing she's a threat, which makes her a better fighter. Yeah, probably, yeah. I suppose so, yeah.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. We are
You're
on the
a
adversary path.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Okay. Let me figure out if I'm doing the right thing. I need to re-enter the cabin, okay. Oh god, these paths are so complicated. Okay, we will just proceed to the cabin. It's okay.
Warning, before you go any further. She will lie.
Lying and
We
cheating
know.
doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice.
Wait, what was that again? Voice of the lying and cheating. Okay. Sorry, voice of the stubborn. Yeah. So I think we haven't really heard this much. Yeah, that's interesting.
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
I like the rasp in this voice. Okay, we proceed into the cabin. And I think here we have
The cabin
some...
is tighter than
Ooh,
its exterior would
very
suggest.
interesting.
Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Yeah, I think we can make a save here. Yeah. Because if we make slightly different things, we might get other stuff. At least as far as I can understand this guide, it's there's a lot there. Okay. So. Right, so yeah, now things split whether we choose to take the blade or not, yeah?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Right. I really wonder if it would be worth asking about the mirror, but I don't know if that affects things. I mean, there's never anything in the mirror though, right? We have always asked about it and there's nothing. So I suppose, yeah, let's just take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar.
Yeah.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Oh, but now we get the chance to look at the mirror too.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
You say so.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
Okay, cool. We get to more voice of the stubborn. That's nice. I care about whether I'm being lied to. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. You're right, it doesn't matter. I care about
As
this.
do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
I think there are certain achievements tied to certain paths. Maybe not necessarily a one-to-one thing. But if you look at Steam and see how many players have that particular achievement, that could give you an overview. But it's very complicated. There's so many things.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand
it's always the
against
same
cabin
thing.
wall.
The wall.
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Okay. Fine. Let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess
No
lives
think,
here,
only
slaying
step.
her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just
Oh,
make sure
God.
you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend
There
the
she
final
is.
step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Shonen rivalry, yeah. does
And you
look like
brought
that.
your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Alright, and we need to right away, yeah, we don't chat, we select Slay the Princess.
Good. With a singular focus, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
I like how even the pointer gets bloody when you do stuff like this. Gosh.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
Ah, okay, so now we have yet another... Okay.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Yeah, now we have another choice. Keep pushing or unlodge it. Okay. Where do we do this? Where do we just live here? Where do these go? Alright, if we choose to unlodge it and try a different angle, we will go onto yet another path. Otherwise, we just keep pushing. Wow, the music is so... Ugh. Can I make a save here maybe and like try the different choice later? I don't know how the saves work so much, so we can experiment with that. Okay. Let's try to just keep pushing here.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yeah, this seems like what Bea wants. Are we on a good path here, Bea?
Yes, you get it, don't you?
Oh god. Silently continue pushing.
Yes, you're right. We don't even need to talk about it.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
Oh god, the
As she
descriptions.
strikes you again, you hear the
Gore.
whine of straining metal, and then a snap. It would appear that she's loose. We're fine! But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
I said we're fine.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
She tosses it at your feet.
Alright, we did that. After the scene, make whatever choices you wish. Okay. Okay, what choices are there? Aren't you jumping the gun a little here? We each died once. That doesn't mean we're immortal. Were you being metaphorical when you said that nothing exists outside of us? There's more to the world than just this cabin. I saw trees and everything on my way here. Don't you want to be free, though? Isn't there more to life than waking up chained in the basement and fighting to the death in an endless loop? Actually, I think I'm done fighting you. I don't think this is healthy for either of us. What a choice. Pick up the blade and attack her again. Oh god. Maybe let's say something.
You're
Maybe this.
walking a thin line, hero.
Is there more to life? When you're not here, I feel empty and alone. When we're not fighting, I feel stuck. Like there's something important I'm supposed to be doing. Like I'm being shoved into a space where I don't fit. But when we fight each other, it's like this wave of feeling. Like everything I break in you and everything you break in me is important. Like we're really, truly communicating.
Life
Wait,
is suffering, and we will feel every inch of it, and we will persevere.
It was a romance all along, oh god.
Can't say I'm a fan of whatever weird bond those two have. Nor am I. It's dangerous. But maybe you can use it to your advantage.
Enemies to lovers are kind of like that in a very weird, twisted way. Oh, I get it. So you're like some sort of psychosexual sadomasochist. That makes sense. This may surprisingly be one of the happier routes. Oh gosh. There will always be another chance for us to kill each other. There's no getting through to you, is there? Say nothing. Okay, sure, I get it. Now let's do this. Pick up the blade and attack her again. Oh god. Okay, I'm not sure. The guy doesn't really say much. It's talking about the cycle after that, I guess, or what? Alright, I guess it doesn't matter. What do we feel like? Let's do that.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead? As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over. It's finally over.
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Okay.
Wait, no, that can't be right.
We get up.
Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
Ha! I told you. I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be...
No!
She's not! Oh my god.
We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again!
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all.
Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over.
Well, I guess I had it wrong.
You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything?
I never said I knew everything.
Interesting. What does this mean? Close to untethering. What's that supposed to mean?
It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that. But you did say it, so it means something.
Oh, the music. Oh, jeez.
Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her.
Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world.
And what is that supposed to mean?
I don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to answer that.
Why the bloody hell not?
Because right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts.
What?
The princess can't die. Wow. You mean like the princess can't die, don't you? Well, it's too late for that. I think we've all thought that one. Okay, I'm not going to say the princess can't die. I'm not even going to think it. The princess can't die. Lie! The princess can't die. The princess can't die. Oh, wow. I like that the narrator can properly admonish us in this route because we did what he told us. Yeah, I guess so. That's absolutely right. Wow. I like this. It's a little bit meta.
Yes. Exactly.
That which cannot die cannot
Like
die.
Princess can't die.
I'm starting to think the princess can't die.
I tried very hard to make this work.
I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just unthink it?
Yes, like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
I kind of like stressing out the narrator like this.
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever.
Gore forever, Bea. There you are.
But I think it was the
There you go.
who said, your destiny awaits, right?
No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world?
You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her.
And what exactly can't we leave her down here?
Because all it would do is stall the inevitable.
And what's wrong with stalling?
Oh, there's plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on.
You mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this?
Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you.
It's time.
Yes, I suppose it is.
If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out.
I guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
Join your adversary.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And then we get up.
Okay.
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
Oh god.
You and the princess
Oh,
exchange
God.
dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again,
Get a room.
again, and again, and again.
You wanted to see it. Here it is.
We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay, isn't it?
If you can call this okay. Oh my god, I have a whole basement. Yeah. But he doesn't answer the voice. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
The princess stumbles and her body
I
slumps.
feel so... tired.
Chin up. Isn't this just what we wanted? Just you and me forever. Are you okay? We ended the world, didn't we? Everything is gone. We've been fighting for a long time. You should rest. I feel like saying this one. You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. I guess I say
Right.
this one.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's like it's mocking us.
Oh, thank you for the hydration, Javelin. I'm drinking. The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
We should.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Well, there's nothing else to do
I'm
but
begging
approach
you,
the mirror.
Don't do this.
Yeah, the mirror never
It's
scared you
different
before.
Now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Oh, we proceed to the cabin. Okay. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh, I like this music here so much. What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of here. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Oh. Yeah, there's nothing much else left in the guide about this. So I guess I have the freedom to pick what I want. What do we want to say? I think some of these things I might have said before. I'll say this one.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
And do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? Oh. How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? Okay, make me forget. I'll say this one first.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
This one?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
This is interesting. I don't know what this does. What does it mean to wait?
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Oh, that's it. And then we can wait forever. It's okay. I suppose we can start another cycle.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
I forgot about that. It always makes me jolt. Everything goes dark and you die. Yay. You're on a path in the woods.
And
at the end of that path is a cabin.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yes, it does. Let's see, what else can we do that's interesting? Yeah, let's try this one, if it's possible.
You're here to...
Yeah, we know this, okay. We've done this. Continue to the cabin.
You make your way up. A warning, she will lie. We're not going to go through. Ignore him. He doesn't...
How does the cabin...
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and the blade is your...
The blade is your implement. Yeah, take the blade.
You take the...
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Don't let it fool you. It's all.
Mm-hmm. Confront the princess in the basement. Select Steal Your Nerves. It's not here, but I guess we continue downstairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the streets, focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, we steal our nerves.
You step forward.
I
Your grip on the
hope
blade
this works.
tightens
I hope
as
I'm not
you
doing
steel
something
your
bad.
resolve.
Oh? No talk. I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right?
This is...
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
This is very similar to what we did for the good ending thing.
She's unarmed.
Good ending.
If you hesitate now,
Okay,
you lunge forward
Do
without a
this.
moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing. But is it over? Really?
Ah, no, we're back to this. Okay. The guide then says choose to leave without retrieving the blade or examining the princess. But do we have a choice to leave? I don't know. It doesn't say anything about these. Choose to leave without retrieving.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work
we
done,
retrieve. Okay,
you
we
make your
come.
way back up the stairs, closing the
Okay.
door to the basement
So it
behind
works
you.
out.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
What?
Everyone is
I feel
fine.
like this is similar.
It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry.
This is the same though. I don't know. We don't often see the room again after meeting her. That's true. Usually we're stuck there.
What's done is done. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't
Deja vu, yeah. What do we pick here?
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us at the blade. I can hear everything you say,
The
little
blade.
voice.
Thank you.
There's only one. He's right. It's the only way out. Do
We're
you
back
hear
to that.
It wants to take this happiness away from you. Do you not? Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade wouldn't, kill us? Okay, we did that before. Anything to get out of this hell.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate. Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk
Okay, at
down
least this
the
is
stairs.
new.
The princess's body
Oh
is
my
dust
God.
and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Oh god. Yeah, we have to go back to get the blade from her body. Right, correct.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Wow.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Okay, yeah, we did the thing I wanted to do. The spectre is what I wanted to get.
You're on a path in
Yeah,
the woods, and at the end of that path
Oh
is a
god.
cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, let me read here a little because there's like some split choices that we can make. So we will have to still go into the cabin, take the blade, and enter the basement. Okay. The princess can possess us. That can be interesting, I suppose. Okay. That can be interesting. Select any choices aside from attacking the spectre. So we can attack her, right? And or choose other stuff and then later on let her possess us. Task failed successfully. Oh god, yes. that's a good one. We can become one. I feel like that's interesting. If we let her kill us without possessing us, that goes into yet another path. This is why it's so confusing, because you trigger the beginning of something, but in the middle of that you can make a choice and then it puts you onto another path. But then you would, like, in order to complete the path you're on, you would have to, you know, explore both ways. So that's where it gets confusing. But okay, let's go to the cabin.
She will.
Yeah. Ah, voice of the cold. She won't be a problem. That's a bit different. Yeah, I suppose.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
The thing is, saving and then coming back is not as simple because you have multiple cycles in a playthrough, right? So I guess I could and could not. I don't know. I can make a save and then come back later because I don't want to interrupt the current cycle, you know what I mean?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Interesting way the cabin
It
looks.
feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Anyway. You take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
The mirror is like never on the wall, so I'm not gonna try that again.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
His voice is like so different.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final stairs, the form of the princess comes into view.
Oh, Jesus.
A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Oh gosh. Mission accomplished, time to go home. I think we're kind of stuck here.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Ooh, creepy.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
So here I think I could make a save just in case I messed it up. Right, so... Type of fight. Wait and see how things play out. So I'm kind of intrigued by the whole letting the princess possess you stuff, right? And this says that in order to get there, we should choose anything aside from attacking her. So let's not attack her now, I suppose. Right, let's see.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
I killed you. What are you doing not being dead? Do you know why you came back? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that and it wouldn't be hard to do it again. I'm sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? The people who wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. What do you want from me? If I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Wow, so many choices and questions. What the heck? You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? Oh, that's an interesting one. After I killed you, this cabin... I want to say it's teleported? It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape. Oh, this one is interesting as well. I guess I should tell you why I was sent to kill you. You were going to end the world. I was told you were going to end the world. Alright, okay. Clearly slaying you isn't going to work. What do you want? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts? If you're dead, then there really isn't much for me to do, is there? I guess I'll get going. Leave her in the basement. Slay the princess. I guess I'll say this one.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right.
Yeah.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
Ooh, wow, okay. Do you know why you came back? That might be interesting.
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Good question. And where are you supposed to be?
Home.
Home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific.
And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Do you need me to bury those bones? What a question. This one.
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's dead. Dead things can't hurt us.
Can they know?
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out. Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who to trust.
What else? Well, this one maybe.
I want what you took from me. A life. A real life. I just want to go home. Away back to where I belong. This place won't let me leave. At least not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things.
It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
There it is.
After all, you owe me.
Oh my god, so creepy.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
Oh, with the narrator.
I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Oh, that's very interesting.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Yeah, let the princess possess you. Yeah. We do
The princess
this.
swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Oh gosh.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Ooh, what's that?
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass,
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
This is very interesting. I'm enjoying it.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
Huh. Okay then.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Oh.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
But it's so fun. I love reading this.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Alright, so we can slay her or leave the basement. I'll make a save just in case anything. But I feel like I want to explore what happens if we try to leave the basement. That's much more interesting than trying to slay her, in my opinion.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
She's so nice, I welcome her inside.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
I love how annoyed the narrator is. This is so juicy.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
Okay.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
And whine.
Fine.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Okay.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever?
Freedom. I don't know.
Taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
We're still here.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Claire.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I meant to be.
You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a...
Okay. We've had these before. Just go to the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Ignore him. You have to look.
Yeah, we always look. The voices feel small, distant, as you approach. It was nice of us to give her a hand, yeah, whatever that means. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
I think a lot of these we've explored before, so I don't want to repeat too much. There's just so many options. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a yearning heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Okay, what else could be interesting here? Yeah, this is interesting. I don't remember if I did it before.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I think I've asked these before. They all sound very familiar. What does it feel like to change like this? Maybe that one.
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Okay, let's not insist here too much, and maybe we can fit in another cycle to see something else by the end of this, I suppose. Because I don't want to be aggressive, so I don't like this option. I don't need to ask this question. What do you want me to bring back next time? I don't know if that's needed. I think I've said these before with the kindness. This I understand because like it locks you out of certain paths. We explored that before. I don't want to say that I'm gonna kill her. Did I say this? Do you know what you want to do? That would be the only one that's still interesting.
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Okay.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Alright then. Ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
I knew it was coming. Why did it startle me still? I don't know. I guess that it's just such a good sound effect that it has that effect on me. Everything goes dark and you die. We did. We're back here. Right, so we did the Spectre. Let's see, what else could be
You're
interesting?
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
What could be interesting here? The thing is, I'm looking at all of them, and a whole bunch of them have like, oh, first to do the other path for chapter 1, and then choose this thing, and then come here. And I just want to do something that's a little bit maybe more straightforward. Let's try this one. It's called The Witch. I don't know how interesting it is, but yeah, it seems not that complicated as the others that I'm looking at. So yeah, let's try to do this. It tells me to question the narrator a little bit in the beginning.
You're here to slay her.
Do I not have this? Possibility we can choose. Look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her. Dialogue option when it becomes available. That is not here.
You
Yeah,
make
that's
your way
not
up
here.
the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning. before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her...
We're not going to go through with this.
Ignore him.
Okay, so that option is not there.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor the blade.
Okay, we entered the basement without the blade this time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a stair. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello?
Is hypnotizing.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous...
Just continue.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her.
She's beautiful.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot right...
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Okay, now we examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even...
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
From Quiet Killer to Quiet Guardian. Yeah, I guess this one is chiller because I choose not to take the blade. Do you have any ideas? There's no key.
Maybe there's some way to...
Sorry, I kind of clicked that. We've done these before, I believe, in the previous playthroughs.
Or
so
if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Yeah,
hesitates
this thing
before
again,
raising
there it
her
is.
arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Or we could use it to free her.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Right, so now we have to pick Slay the Princess twice, right? So we are still choosing violence.
Without hesitation,
Ugh.
bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally,
Oh.
the wound drives her to the ground.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
I'm not so sure.
Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your
Okay,
nerves
second
are seizing
time.
with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees.
We can still turn this around.
Okay, and here we choose to finish the job.
You steel your resolve and to take another step
Ugh.
closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive?
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further.
Oh my god. Oh, you got an ad, Javeliner. I'm so sorry. Last time I checked, I set them on like the lowest settings that they could possibly allow me to. There's just... They still are going to play you ads because this is Twitch. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
You collapse on the ground.
We
The
are
princess
polyplushy.
collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
Bear requested that we choose violence today, and so we are.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you.
Well, we slayed, or like attempted to slay the princess, and we're both kinda hurt, as I understand it at the moment.
You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yeah. The witch. Okay. We did it right. We got the witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Right. Magic is real. I believe in witches. As you can see, more violence, better story. Yeah, I guess there is more nuance there. Yeah. So again, the choices that we can make moving forward here in chapter 2 can land us on other paths, but I will choose to just stay on the witch path because that's where we started. But yeah, see, this is what makes it complicated, because you have to start on a certain path and then make a particular choice to put you onto another. And and I suppose in one playthrough you can't go through the same path multiple times because it kind of locks you out. So I don't know if you can restart one path at the beginning of a cycle, then try to split into the other one. So you have to make a save and then probably come back and blah blah blah. Anyway, long story short, we're just focusing on this for tonight, and I think that will be good. Right, so what do we need to do? We need to enter the cabin in chapter 2. I guess I'll make a save to have it, but yeah, I want to be reloading saves tonight. I just want to, proceed through it. Go to the cabin.
Oh, warning, she will lie.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
You can trust us to get the job done.
Opportunist is here again. Okay, nice.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Right, let me make a save here. That's what the guide says. Okay. And we take the blade this time, right? Yes.
You take the blade from the shelf. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Interesting. Let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm not
But
nasty.
you are. You're a wretched little thing.
Am I?
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else.
Hey, Zeku. No worries, no worries. I think I managed somewhat, okay? Bea seemed happy earlier, so...
She seems
so good.
friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
We did manage to stumble upon some interesting thing. At least from my perspective, it was interesting, so it's all good.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yeah, we did. We did go on the path of violence tonight.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the witch, so I did not expect her to be like animal-like again, but okay.
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's not fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses.
Oh, look at that mouth.
Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
This game's got some great art. Spent up my work to implementing shaders for them. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, no, the art is really nice.
Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Okay, let me see. We want to convince her that we won't attack her. And to do this, we say the blade isn't for you, and then things got messy last time. I hope I'm right about this though. Like, we didn't do it before, right? Because some of it seems familiar somehow. I don't know. Yeah, I think this is the choice. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you or not for killing you. We've got to get you out somehow, right? I think this is the one.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay, and then the next one is, look, I know, things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately you're the only one I have.
Oh gosh, there's so many things up ahead.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
I'm sorry about last time. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. You scared me, okay? When you started gnawing your arm off, it scared me, so I stabbed you. Things got out of hand. We both died last time. Can't bygones be bygones? Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here? Okay, let's leave. Alright, I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. Give her the blade. So here we leave, here we give her the blade. Here we leave her in the basement. I don't trust you, not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving, bye. I like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time, and I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now, slay the princess, and simply slay the princess. So many assets had to be hand-drawn for it. Yeah, that's the part that like is so... I don't know if endearing is the right word, but it feels like there was a lot of heart put into it. She seems suspicious. Oh yeah. That is the understatement of the century. It would be right to kill her. We have... sorry, to slay her. We have slayed her so many times tonight. Let me see what we do here. There's also like... we could try a different path as well. Like, there's not necessarily something wrong with that. And just... we have a lot of options. Leave her in the basement, give her the blade, slay her. or leave with her? Slay her and save the world. We've already kind of done that. We got the good ending. If we're gonna slay her, may as well tell her why. Yeah, you mean this one. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like maybe giving her the blade could be interesting. And this puts her on the thorn path. I want to do something that I haven't done before. That's why. I feel like this is what I want to do for. Okay, if it's wrong, then it's wrong. Did I make a save here? I guess I didn't. Just in case.
You can't be. Now hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. Abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This isn't a democracy. This is what I was about to say. We're giving her the blade. Yeah, never mind. That was such a silly idea. It's not a democracy.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
Oh, Polly Plushie. Yes, of course.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
That's up to you. It's why I gave you the blade. I chose last time and I regret it, so now it's your turn to choose. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you, and this feels like the only way to do it. If you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me. Remain silent. The guide says that we should pick you're beautiful.
She pulls back, clearly caught
She's
off guard by
blushing.
whatever
What?
nonsense you just said to her. I thought it was nice. Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it. We didn't mean it. Did we?
Cute.
If you were lying, we'd all know. But unfortunately, you weren't lying.
What? What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
The look of surprise that momentarily softened her features vanishes as she steals her nerves. And then she buries the blade in your heart. What? No. No, come on, that's not right.
It's a love story, yes.
I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Right.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it.
Yes, here we are. We're on Thorn. This also gets very complicated too. There's plenty of like branching things. I like her legs, hair, legs represent. Sure. Oh, good. Sorry, narrator number 17, but these crazy didn't sell the world out. I suppose we did.
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of the argument.
Oh, you're far from
Oh,
being
the
on the right
smitten.
side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future.
Oh, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more.
Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys.
Simpin.
Travelling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love.
Ooh.
She hates us.
Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death.
Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. So maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
Give what another try exactly?
You are aware I've been listening to you, right?
It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, are you now? Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once.
Twice, actually.
Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about
Thank
the
you.
princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Aw. I mean, we're all here, you know, suspending our disbelief and trying to immerse ourselves in whatever's happening here. That's alright. This place is different, it keeps changing. We're going to free her. We're even now. I'm not sure she understands that. Sorry, I'm sure she understands that, but we can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin. I hope you don't think I'm planning on freeing her after she stabbed me in the heart. Screw the cabin, what happens if we just leave? You sure seem to be taking the whole looping thing in stride. No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through. Silently proceed to the cabin. I'm done with this. Bye. Turn around and leave. Okay. What should we do? We definitely need to go to the cabin, so I'm not really interested in chatting too much about these things. So yeah, let's just save this one.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
The good guy of the story. I'm sorry, but like, whenever we get to a point where we are pissing off the narrator, it's very enjoyable to me. I'm really sorry. He does have this tendency to act like he's above the others, and yeah, I don't know, it's enjoyable when we get to push back against him a bit. Proceed to the cabin. Okay.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore.
Whoa!
The burned
Are those
out ruins
poppies?
merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
But this time the mirror is right in the middle, like where the door frame would be. That's interesting. Yeah, this is absolutely new.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Oh no, I guess because of the thorns, maybe those are roses, right? Okay, roses, maybe.
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she?
Oh, this is so cool.
Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
You had voice of the smith and voice of the hero in the chat arguing with you. Oh, that's so cool! That's so fun.
I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
Argenti origin story. Oh yeah, I guess so.
If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers.
Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
Okay. How do we even get down there? The only thing I see is that mirror!
Yeah, why didn't you mention the mirror? I didn't mention a mirror because there isn't a mirror.
Again.
But he says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right?
Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place, and that's why we haven't yet won her heart. We must put our best face forward.
We have feathers? Zegu's heart is already breaking. Oh no.
Yeah, we can't go around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance. So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
Approach them.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent.
I see it.
You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features.
Wipe the
You
mirror.
reach forward and
and
wave your
suddenly
hand
no
to
mirror.
the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough.
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are.
Hey, Mineral Berry. The new psychological horror game, Tsuganari Chess School. I haven't heard of it, and it's not in the plans. It'd be cool to pick some flowers and give them to her. Aww, that's a nice thought.
Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it?
It would be a nice change from, like, you know, going to her with a blade. But I guess we don't have the blade this time.
Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Alright. We don't have other choice, right? We enter the
You
basement.
step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below.
Ooh. Okay, I think I see from the guide what I want to do here. I think I see what I want to do. Okay. This might be interesting.
The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash.
Holy
The air
heck.
still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease. At least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I want to figure out a way out of here for good. I don't know what I want. I never really chose to come here. I want to free you, I mean it. I just want to talk. Really talk. Proceed down the stairs. Okay. The choice is... I think we're not yet at the choices that they're recommending, so I think maybe here I can do what I want. Let's see, we want to
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Locked in on saving Thorn even before seeing her. I'm really curious. Let's proceed.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Aww. Yeah, I'm not here to laugh is the choice. I'm here to free you if you'll let me. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, so many other options, but yeah, we go with this. I'm not here to laugh.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as strapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one, and I actually like it.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
Angered, I say to her, I'm deeply disappointed. Yeah.
And I've also hurt you.
Aww. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind? Can I take the blade now? Reach for the blade, blah blah. Prison of your making. Guys, I don't have anything left to say. All of these are turn and leave. Interesting. I think this is the one. Yeah, this one.
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right. There's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own.
We don't need words to send a message. It is through action
Neither
that we
it's
can
truth.
show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Then maybe it's best time for either of us to say anything. All that counts is action. Reach for the blade. Can I take the blade now? Reach for the blade. Okay. I have to say this one. So not reach for it, but ask if I can take it.
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
Right, and then now we reach for the blade. Yes, this one.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
No, we're not gonna do that, Bancho.
She trusts us. She trusts
We'll have the
us.
option, but I don't want to do that.
Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her.
Aww.
We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings.
I want to pat Smitten.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
I see that the lines have been drawn.
It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Aw. We cut her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion.
That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her.
I mean, opportunist is an opportunist. Like, what can you do?
And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys.
A knight of beauty. Yes.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip.
Aww.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
See, that kind of thing, I really enjoyed it. Oh god.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Oh,
Do you see the
gosh.
way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
And now we get the option to kiss the princess. Yay! This is where I was going with it.
Can we actually do that?
The narrator steers our sweet aperitif. Oh gosh.
No, you can't. Absolutely not.
You know as well as I do that we can.
Oh god. Oh god.
And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge.
Oh, I love it. Oh gosh.
Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss?
You lean in and you kiss her. And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now?
Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Ugh, fine.
You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool.
Are you making fun of us? And then
each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection.
Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us.
It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff.
Yeah, I approve. he really is.
I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
Oh, this is so cool. The way things move.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade.
We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Yeah. We cut into the thorns.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
Love the vines away.
Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into your freedom.
Hands clasped, the two of you
Aww.
open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
But this is so pretty with the flowers and the starry sky and everything. And she's hurt, which is not very fun, but there's something really beautiful about this. Aww.
What do we do now? Where's everything going?
Yeah,
Why
unfortunately.
is it so cold?
Fortunately, we're back there. Yeah. You do not get the chance to respawn, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and... And there's that mirror again.
Yeah. You approach the
This-
mirror.
This doesn't feel right. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Preen. What are you, a bird? It's not the last loop of the run, no. I think it's... Is it the third? Third?
They think it's bad. I'm with them.
No, so we won't have an ending. Not tonight. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
I think we've chosen stuff like this before. They sound very familiar. Is there a question about the current vessel? I would want to ask that, but I can see it. What do you think of this vessel, yeah?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart.
Cute.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
I'm not sure if I asked this before. Maybe I did. But all of these sound very familiar. Let's ask like one or two and then that's it. Maybe this one.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
Earns for connections she doesn't feel she deserves. Yeah, hence the thorns. I suppose.
I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me. As easily as you can stand to be you, you are like me. Even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Okay, yeah, I think that's alright. We've done these things before. So we can say we're ready to go back, and I guess another cycle will start, and now I will anticipate the moment where that sound effect happens and it won't startle me. And I'll make a save, and yeah, maybe we can pick it up from there some other time when we wanna play the game again.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
No startling this time. I'm good. Everything goes dark and you die. Yeah. A cautious heart.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that...
Yeah, okay. Let's... yeah, there we are. I guess quit here. Yes. There we go. Alright, so I think this was a good way to end tonight. I quite liked it. That was very interesting. You want me to check if I have the Princess and the Dragon available? What do you mean, available? How do I check that? You mean check it if it's among the princesses that I got, or...? I did. What would be the steps for me to check to answer that question? Because I'm not sure what it is. So if you could tell me, I will look it up. You like that one? Yeah, I'm glad we landed on that one at the end. Because I started with the witch and I wasn't sure if I should branch out into something else. But then the witch sound looked very familiar, so I was afraid we'd done it or something related to it before. And then when I read about the thorn, that sounded actually very interesting and definitely new. So I was like, okay, let's do that. And then we did that, and then I saw, ooh, there's an option to kiss the princess. Okay, let's do that. Yeah. So what did we do? We did Adversary, Spectre, and then this one. I think that's what we did. Yeah. I like the lovey-dovey ones and also the cold blood murder ones. Okay. I'm glad I could provide a little bit of both tonight. That was nice. We can try doing The Princess and the Dragon. Okay. Where... Like, what is that? Because I found a guide that explains paths to different princesses. Yeah? But I don't... Like, they all have a... Like a the something name. And The Princess and the Dragon is not something that I see there. So what is that? Is it an ending? Or what is that? It's from the Spectre route. Okay. As far as I can see, the Spectre goes into the Wraith if you want to, which I didn't do. I stuck with that. So yeah, I'm not sure. But I can Google it for next time and figure out what it means and how to get it. Might not be an old guy because Pristine cut up the... okay, yeah, it could be. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It could be that I stumbled onto a guy that does not have the new stuff, but it was the only one that I managed to find that I could more or less follow, because everything else was so confusing. This one still is. I still have to read things like twice because they split off in so many directions, but at least I can I managed to read and understand what it means. So let me just this is the one I looked at. Yeah, but I can Google whatever you're saying for next time. I want kisses, gotta play Automavians. I mean, the thing is, this moment was so special because it was something that was unique and only happened once in this context, while we experienced a whole bunch of other kinds of interactions between the two of them before. So having it all the time kind of kills the magic, right? This was magical because it was just like, you know, like a one-off thing. I don't know what that is, Bancho, but I can see that best. Like, no. I like that it's built up to an Act 3, which we don't always get. Yeah, that was nice. It was really nice. I'm happy. At the beginning of the stream, I didn't know in which direction I would go, but in the end, I think we landed on a few interesting things. It was magical because we had narrator describe it. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. The narrator was really getting into it. Yeah. I've never heard of that thing that you mentioned, Banjo, so I can't say anything about it. You hash it out with Bea. Alright, okay. Great. But for next time, let's do Star Rail. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Update tomorrow morning. I feel like a child before Christmas. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh, what a great piece of fan art. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Zuko. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. I gotta say, this definitely takes the cake out of all of the princesses that we found. This one was... yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. But yeah, we can keep exploring for some other time. Maybe after I finish with the Honkai streams and before we jump into another VN, we can do another one. And by that time, now that I feel a little bit more confident in how to follow guides, since I already managed to do it tonight, I can also look for something that includes the pristine cut extra stuff and what you mentioned, Zeku. So we can do that. Tomorrow is time to pull for the Herta. Yeah! Looking forward to it. And to streaming the stories starting Thursday. Yeah. But until then, for now, I will bid you good night. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been fun and unexpectedly wholesome at the end. So like I feel like we hit the nail on the head and landed on quite a few good things tonight. So I'm happy to have had this experience and to have shared it with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will put the VOD on YouTube as well, as before. And yeah, I'll see you Thursday again with some Honkai. And good luck for whoever is playing the slots tomorrow morning to get Herta. Yeah, take care. Love you all. Bye bye and good night.